In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create and organize your projects in Davinci Resolve 18. So let's jump right into it. One thing I like about Davinci Resolve is the ability to manage all your projects. If let's say I do weddings, I can create a folder and name it weddings. So creating a folder, you just have to click on this icon in here, then you create a folder called weddings. Weddings, yes, weddings. Say that, weddings, yeah. If I do real estate and then bam, then now the real estate folder is created. If I open my weddings folder, I can create all my weddings projects in this folder. So if you want to go back, you just have to click on the projects at the top here, and then it brings me back to this directory. You can be able to organize folders within folders as well. Just drag a folder into another folder in Davinci, and then that folder is going to be inside another folder. The same applies to projects. So in this project can also be moved into this project, and then we can find it in here. So if you want to bring all back to the same directory, all you have to do is to select all of them, Ctrl X to cut, and then you click on project to go back to this directory, then you click paste for it to bring all those in here. So creating new projects, all you have to do is to click on new project right here, give it a name, my first project, and then you just click create. So after you create a new project in Davinci Resolve, this is where you end up in. So there is a settings right here, that's for the project settings. So you click on project settings. Here is where you can set your timeline resolution, your frame rates, and then your playback frame rate. So always make sure your playback frame rate is the same as your timeline frame rate. But then by default, when I choose a frame rate, a timeline frame rate, is going to automatically update my playback frame rate. In here is where I want you to also focus on. Another thing you have to also pay attention to is in here. So in your optimize media and render caches, this is also very important. So you have to select your render caches for all that. So in here there is uncompressed 10 bits, but then I would suggest you put it on at least HQ, or you can even go lower. I would suggest you put it in here, then you change this to also the DNxR HR HD HQ, like, yeah, you get it. So that's what you have to do. So you change this in there too, and even with this proxy media, I would suggest you also change it to that as well, and then anything else you just leave it the same way. If you want to change the directory of your working files and all that, you can also do so, but then you can also leave it as it is. So this is how you could create and organize your projects in Davinci Resolve 18.